Hi, good morning. Here in sunny South Africa, where it's rather warm. I thought I'd just share a thought with you for the day. There was a quote by Ben Hogan around "the secret is in the dirt," and I want to really explore what did he really mean by that. I think a lot of journalists, golfers, professionals, enthusiasts have looked at that comment and really believed that it was about beating balls. And after listening to an interview with Dr. Bob Rotella and reading a lot about Hogan, I don't believe that's actually to be the case. In 1989, Dr. Bob Rotella had an interview for the whole day. He spent a day with Hogan in Dallas. And the whole emphasis was on Dr. Bob Rotella learning as much as he could about golf, about Hogan's stories, his anecdotes, and he shared, as Dr. Rotella said, he was amazing in terms of his ability to share and willingness to share all his knowledge. And one of the key stories Dr. Bob Rotella shared was a story about him practicing. In those days, we didn't have the luxurious practice facilities you see at courses today, ranges, practice facilities, pyramids of balls. A lot of courses didn't have practice facilities, and if they did, they weren't very spacious. So what he had to do was take his own balls to the facility, or find a quiet place on the course where he would practice. It was called a shag bag. That was what you carried your practice balls in. The interesting point here was Hogan would only have 21 balls, a maximum of 21 balls. And he would then send the caddy to a certain distance. He'd hit the 21 balls. The caddy would bring them back. While he was bringing them back, he would smoke a cigarette, have a drink, sit down, have a think. What had he achieved? What was the objective of that session, and had he achieved those objectives? If he had, he would send the caddy back out to a different distance, pull a different club, and proceed. And that was how his sessions would go. So it was very much a precise process. It was a system that he followed, that he was ensuring he was totally focused on exactly what he was doing. So when he makes the comment, the secret's in the dirt, I think many of us have been misled to it was a case of just beating balls endlessly, which we see a lot of people do at driving ranges, at courses, and even at the elite level. People hitting way too many balls during a tournament week. What you think about his comment is, the secret, and it is in the dirt. Charlie Munger had a lovely phrase. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. But Charlie Munger used to say, there is feedback in absolutely everything we do. Now, tying that to Hogan's quote, there was in every single shot that Hogan hit, there's feedback. There's feedback in the ball flight, there's feedback in the contact, there's feedback in the divot that he's taken, the distance the ball's traveled. It's not a case of just him hitting balls. It was a case of each shot was carefully rehearsed and executed. How carefully and how structured is your practice session?